It's a very cold January. Where are we? About 1 o'clock or so. And I'm taking Isaac for a walk. But it's very, very cold, so I'm going to make this brief so that I can keep walking fast. I've done quite a lot of videos and articles on various aspects of mental health, and I thought I would move on a little bit to look at neurodiversity, which is the other hat that I wear, working now for an ADHD and Autism clinic, doing assessments and treatment and so on. And so I've learned a lot more about neurodiversity in recent years, and thought I'd share some of that with you as it's in the news a lot at the moment as well. So I'm going to do a number of little posts about various aspects of neurodiversity, but I suppose I want to start off thinking about people, the sort of trope that's going around at the moment, that everybody seems to be ADHD or autistic or whatever, and it's not true, it's a myth. It's about 5% of the population have ADHD, and has always been thus. It's about as common as being a redhead in the UK, and so far about 2% of the adult population are diagnosed, so we're well underdiagnosing, and there's a lot more people out there to be found and to be helped and to be treated. But why are we noticing it so much more now? And I think one of the best explanations I've seen is the idea of when we discovered telescopes, or when we invented telescopes, suddenly there were a load more stars in the sky. Stars were always there, we just couldn't see them. When you first describe something or notice something, you tend to notice the boldest, the biggest, the brightest. So when we first described autism and some of the social difficulties and so on, it was the most obvious people with autism that we described, and it's taken us a while to realise that learning difficulties and the autistic tendencies are often combined but can exist separately. And so now, you find all the people who are autistic but who have very high IQs, are very high functioning, able to hold down top jobs, and if you look back through history you can see those people existing through history, and an obvious example is someone like Einstein, but you could probably go back and say, looking at what we know of them, someone like Socrates, probably autistic as well. So it's always been there, it's just we're recognising it, the more subtleties of it now, I suppose. And the same's true with ADHD, that before the obvious, the easy to spot ADHD were the naughty little boys who were disruptive in class and jumping up and down, running around the classroom, throwing things around, shouting out, being noisy, being disruptive. And because that tended to lessen as they got older, it was thought that ADHD went away. When you were, magically at 18, it disappeared. And with time, we've realised that it doesn't. You just learn social cues and coping mechanisms so that you don't lose your job by running around the boardroom and throwing chairs over and shouting out at the boss and so on. And when you realise about that masking, that changing how you appear to other people, then you realise that there are an awful lot of other people out there, and particularly an awful lot of women out there who've been very successful and have been masking a lot of their lives and maybe not even realising it And now suddenly, because of certain situations, which I'll come on to in a later video, they're being more recognised and realising what's going on and why they've had certain struggles. So that's it for now. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.